Hi, Julie the Oracle here. Okay, today we're going to do a general career financial reading. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. There's a lot of different people watching, so a lot of different scenarios are going to apply to each of you individually. What may affect one person doesn't affect another. So just take from it, whatever resonates. And that being said, I'm using my career financial reading spread that I have on my Etsy shop. I created it myself, so we'll just see what's going to go on here. So the first card we're going to start with is in the middle. This is your current job financial situation, basically. We have the Ten of Swords here. So considering it's a general reading, there's a lot of people watching. I'm not going to know what your specific job, the specific job that you do, unless it comes to me. Sometimes things pop in my head and I'll just say it randomly, and if it applies, it applies. But what we have is Ten of Swords, so that tells me this is an ending and a renewal. So a lot of you are fed up. That's what I'm getting. A lot of you are fed up with your job right now. It's stagnant. It's tiring. You're bored. You're not challenged enough. I don't know what else I can say. I mean, there's a lot of words I could use for it, but you're over it. And some of you, you really love what you went into, but maybe it's just stagnant at the place you're at. Maybe that the job itself, the career is not bad. Maybe it's just the company that you work for is just not good for you anymore. And so, with that being said, maybe it's time to move on. So right now, some of you are leaving. That's what I see. The tens are endings. Ten of Swords is a lot of you are in your head. You are fed up, and it's just constantly on your mind. You're you wake up, you're ugh. You just have that sigh in the morning, I gotta go to work. I don't want to go to work. You just don't want to go put up with the bullshit. Can I say that? Yeah. I've been there, done that. I get it. Some of you are getting renewed as well. This will be a renewal of what? I like my job, but I don't like it here. So maybe I need something else. You're thinking about changing. Changes need to happen. And that's what leads us to our number 2 card up here, is the next step on the path. We have the Five of Wands. This is changes. This is obstacles, challenges, conflict. Some of you have conflict going on in the workplace. Yeah, everywhere we go, there's always somebody that's got to cause crap. It happens. There's conflicts because, and you may have a boss that doesn't listen to you. You feel underpaid, underappreciated. Oh gosh, I don't know how many jobs I've been where I've been like that. And even though you work your butt off, somebody else is always getting the credit, or somebody else, you do the majority of the work and they get praise for the minimum. Yeah, I totally understand. We all know that person. So the Five of Wands, and it's not just that, there's a lot of obstacles and challenges at your work, and maybe if you feel like you're not being heard, the next step on your path is to make changes. 5 is all about changes. So make those changes. Now, whether those changes are, do you need to go to the boss, sit down and speak to them just frankly about hey, I love the job. I like working for you guys, but I'm having problems with this, this, and this. If you feel like you can, they should be approachable. Any good boss would be approachable, would hear you out and try to find a resolution. So if you need to do that, then do that. Wands can be about movement too. So you could be moving on. And a lot of you are thinking of moving on. Just like where you have an ending here, you are moving on here. So if you're going to move on now, some of you have gone on and what? I want to move on. I'm done with this, but I need to find something else first. Because, society tells us we shouldn't quit our job until we have another one. And sometimes, though, that leaves us in a miserable place where we're still going to a job that's just driving us nuts. And you just get up not looking forward to it in the morning, and it can be depressing too. And so we go over here to the Two of Pentacles. So this is obstacles that you may be facing. And so right now the majority of you are facing the idea. Pentacles represent money. They represent money in this case. They can represent a company that you work for too. They represent the actual jobs that you're applying for. And so with the Two of Pentacles, a lot of you are weighing your options. You're juggling right now. A lot of you don't feel like you don't have a fair work-life balance. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Isn't that like the truth almost everywhere? There's a lot of places out there that don't have a good work-life balance. It's always work, work, work. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, right? So, you're juggling. You're juggling your pentacles. Like, you need to make money so you can pay your bills and you can live in your home and you can put gas in your car and you can provide for your family. I get it. But at the same time, you can't be without a job. So you're kind of stuck with this one until you find something better. For some of you, you're juggling 2 different job options. You've already applied. Some of you are on it, by the way. Congrats to you. Like, you're like, I'm not putting up with this. I'm going to go and apply immediately. And some of you go out and apply like 5 jobs and then you've got 2. You're like, I don't know which one to pick. It's up to you. You got the free will here, you know. If you're fated for a job, you'll get it. But, you know, you have the free will to choose what is best for you. If you're meant to have a certain job, you will have it no matter what you choose. But in this case, make a decision. That's what it's saying. Stop juggling. Find your balance. You know, your obstacle is going to be able to balance. You need to balance things out. And if you need to find a new job, but find something that's better. And that goes along with possible opportunities down here on the number 4 card, which is the Queen of Swords. Oh, the Queen of Swords. Some of you need to step up. Some of you need to be very direct in your communication. And this is what I was talking about with, if those of you that need to go sit down with your boss, yeah. Those of you that are getting ready to sit down and you're trying to choose between these jobs that you have, well, go to the interview first. Nail the interview first. That's what I'm trying to say, if I can get my words out. But, and some of you are going to be really good at this. I mean, you can nail an interview. Just make sure it's a job that you want. A job where you're going to be heard. That's going to be the important part here. So your opportunities, though, you may end up with a job where you're moving on up. So, yeah, to the east side. I don't know why that song's in my head. But yeah, you're going to move up. I don't know if somebody's name is Jefferson, but that's just kind of what's coming in my head. Got that song in my head. And some of you may be moving. Yeah, if you're moving jobs, you might be moving to the east side somewhere. I don't know where that's at, but you tell me. But I definitely see with the Queen of Swords that you could end up in a management position. I don't know what jobs these are, but and some of you could end up being an entrepreneur. This could be you starting your own business. Some of you are done with the rat race. Let me tell you, we are done with it. It's time for us to work for ourselves. You know, this is part of why I do what I do, because I'm finding my passions in life, and I've worked so many jobs over the years and they haven't panned out, and I'm sitting there going, is it me or is it them? I've worked so hard, and yet to find out, you know, if you're fated to do something else, you're going to do something else. You know, does it pay the bills? Not yet. That's why it's important for me, like just starting out here, hoping to reach many of you. My hope is that I can give you guidance, I can give you comfort, I can, you know, give you the messages that you need to hear. And hopefully in return, for free, you'll like and subscribe my channel and recommend it to your friends and stuff if you feel the need to. I'm all about spreading the spirituality here, and tarot readings are great. I mean, they're fun to do. And they're for entertainment purposes only if anybody asks, but, you know, at the same time, some states still have laws. Believe me, I'm in one that has a law. But, I'm doing this for free. This is me giving back to you. And if it helps in any way, you know, I appreciate it. And I hope you appreciate it. And it makes me happy. So with that being said, Queen of Swords, step up, talk to the manager, see about maybe it's time to get a bonus. Maybe it's time for that promotion. Maybe it's time for you to step out on your own. You might be in a position to start your own business because you can do it better than the company you're at. You probably have better ideas. There's a lot of opportunities here for you. So that's, like I said, stop juggling. Make that decision. Make that decision. If you're going to leave, make the decision to start something new or to go to a better company that has better benefits, better pay, and better treatment for you. And our last card is how to improve. Well, we have the Justice card. Karma. If you're being treated like crap, if you are being underpaid and undervalued and not heard, you know, justice is coming. You know, that job is not going to go anywhere. If you've got a bad boss, yeah, there's horrible bosses everywhere. Some people are just not meant to lead. If you're a natural born leader like here, then you're the one that needs to lead. If you can do so fairly and you've got a better structure and a routine, you know, you can keep everybody on point, by all means, step up. And this card is the Justice card. So justice is all about balancing the scales too. So here we are talking about balance again. So it's balancing. So if things seem unfair, life is about to balance things out. But you have the free will to balance yourself. You can balance yourself, your home life, and your work life. But right now, if we're talking about career finance, this is where you need the career. You can start your own career. You can balance yourself, work for yourself, set your own hours. If not, find a job that's willing to give you the work-life balance that you deserve. That's how you can improve. Don't settle for just whatever another quick job comes up. Like, you don't want to go from one bad job into another one. And financially wise, like, yeah, I haven't really talked about a lot of financial, like money per se. This has been mostly career. But for those of you interested in the money portion, I can quickly go back over and say, like, something's ending here. I don't know why I'm getting chapter 11. I hope none of you are filing for bankruptcy. I really hope not. That would be bad. But something's ending here. So I feel like there's going to be a loss of money coming in. The income is slowing down. Something is not, it's just not enough right now. A lot of people are struggling, so I understand, myself included. And then there's next step on the path. There's going to be a lot of changes in your financial situation. So, hang on tight and, spend the money where it's needed most. If you need to pay your bills first. Give up the splurges and the extras and things like that. You're just going to have to be tight with the wallet for a while. Just until, and this is about balancing out. You're going to have to balance your financial situation with how you live. Your obstacle is to hang on to the money that you have and stretch it as far as it will go. But your opportunities coming in, an opportunity to work for yourself. There might be some side hustles you can do. There's opportunities for you, or new jobs or side hustles, whatever it may be. These opportunities are to bring in extra money here and there. Even if you have to go sell plasma. I mean, I can't personally give blood and sell plasma. I almost pass out every time. Something about low blood pressure just tanks. I don't know. But if you can do it, go do it. Every little bit helps. So whatever you have to do, these little things just to stretch money. You're not buying brand name stuff at the store, get that great value at Walmart, whatever it is that you need to do, you can stretch your money because it's going to be really important. But for you guys with strictly money and not talking about career job kind of thing, justice, the scales are going to be balanced, in your favor. So, and that means that more money's coming into your pocket somehow. You'll have an abundance coming in. The way to look at it is be positive, stay positive. That's how you can improve. Stay positive and look for, make sure you think the universe, God, angels, whatever guides, whatever you believe. Be sure to put out gratitude into the universe and thank it for the abundance that's coming in and assume you already have it. That's the kind of thing. Just imagine you have it, visualize you have it, manifest it. That's the best thing I can say for you to do. With that being said, now we get to the Oracle cards. Fun times. So with your Ascendant card, this is funny. It just says get wild, okay? Get wild. No, this does not mean spend all your money. I'm just going to say that now. No, I think this means get wild with your creativity because some of you are very, very creative. Some of you have the knowledge to do side projects to make money. But you got to put in effort in order to make this money. You can't just do nothing for something. None of us. We all have to put in a heavy amount of work in order to make it rain. If you want to put it that way. But it just says get wild with your creativity and think outside the box. If you're wanting an entirely new career, some of you may be transitioning to an entirely new career. It's like, you know what? I know I went into, accounting, but I don't like accounting. I want to go completely into baking pastries. I mean, go do it. I am a pastry chef, you guys. But I don't work in it. It's hard work. And it's not always fair either. Making $8 an hour and having no insurance was rough. When I got sick, I got sent home. I got no hours and I got no pay. No pay at all. And that hurt. That hurt financially big time. I was not treated very well. It's not always an equal opportunity place of business, let me tell you. But, I mean, if you have a passion for it and you want to start your own bakery, by all means, go for it. Like, believe in the dream. And this card goes along with it. With Moonology, we have don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So this is basically telling you, in your past, if you've been quiet, if you haven't spoken up, if you have not asserted yourself with your bosses or coworkers or whoever is causing the problems, you know, if you haven't followed the protocol or the appropriate channels, now's the time to do so. Go ahead, time to speak up. And you know what? If it costs you something, that just means something better is coming down the line. If you don't get the result you want, go look for the better job. I mean, you deserve it. And our Dream Oracle says, express your true feelings. Notice the color theme. I love it. We've got like this greenish blue kind of thing going on here with the colors. This is kind of important. Maybe wear that color. That could be the green is the color of money. So if you want to wear it, it's also kind of a nature thing too. So if you want to wear that color, you know, you could bring in some abundance that way too. You can wear jewelry. Colors have power. And that's what it says. Color. Express your true feelings. This goes along with asserting yourself with this Queen of Swords. Express your true feelings. Let people know how you feel at your job. You know, make sure you do it appropriately. I mean, I don't want you to just kind of don't throw a tantrum and like flip a table and get fired. Don't do that. I mean, some people go out with really a huge bang, but that's up to you. Don't necessarily burn a bridge, because it can cost you at some of your other jobs if you do that. Because somebody could call for a reference and they can give you a horrible reference, even though you were a great employee, just based on one thing. Life is unfair. It happens. I pulled from the Life Purpose Oracle cards. And so it's funny, I got Justice. I got Justice here too. How funny is that? So for some of you, the career path for you, maybe you're an attorney. Maybe you want to go and be a judge. Some of you may be in law enforcement. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. You know, maybe you want to work for a nonprofit. Maybe you want to do something that helps the community or helps people that are, you know, that struggle. Because you've been there, you've struggled, and now you want to pay it forward. By all means. It could be law enforcement, could be legal system. You know, she's balancing the scales here again. So you may end up being a judge or an attorney, a lawyer, something like that. You could end up being working in law enforcement, whatever brings justice to people, helping people in that way too. So let me know if you are. I'd love to know if this resonates with some of you. And the other thing is, for some of you, changing books. And we got the same color scheme going on here. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. A lot of you like to read. And, you know, some of you could be like proofreading editors and stuff. You could get a side hustle. I've seen jobs like that where, you know, they will send you a manuscript and you read it and you can find you could make all the corrections to it if you wish. Some of you just need to read it and give feedback. If you're a book editor, some of you maybe work in the publishing. If you work in publishing, let me know. I would love to publish some tarot cards. So I'm working on it now, but let me know if you are. I love connections. I love networking. And, you know, I'm in a meetup group called Magic at Mile High that Misha Bettis is the organizer. Also a great tarot reader and psychic. But we have a lot of wonderful people on there in the spiritual community. And we do have a light workers business circle on there. So we do look for people who can come in and educate us on the things we want to learn about growing our businesses. So, you know, if you know anybody, let me know. And that being said, though, with books, some of you need to write a book. Some of you are authors, or you have this abundance of knowledge. Like, you could write a technical manual. And this is for some of you, not all of you. But some of you are very creative, too. I myself have done poetry. You could write a poetry book. If you have really beautiful ideas, maybe write out a storyboard. You could actually write a really cool novel. But, I mean, it could be a romance novel. It could be anything. A murder mystery. You guys can write a lot. And that could be something you really want to do. So maybe you're tired of working in the rat race and you just want to spend your time focusing on, you know, telling your stories. I mean, go for it. I would love to read it. And our last is our secret language of color cards. And we got brown, of all things. We still have the green color in here. But establish boundaries. This is going to be important. This is card number 12. That reduces to 3. 3 is a crowd, you know. If you're having trouble with coworkers or bosses or things like that, you got to establish boundaries. If they're trying to put too much responsibility on you and they're not willing to give you a bonus or willing to promote you, or they're not doing anything to give you any kind of, I don't know what the word I want to say is. Incentive? That's the word. You're not getting an incentive to do this. I mean, I worked a job, they did, I know the boss tried to get me hired on permanently. It was a temp job. But they, the company actually decided to keep me under contract with the temp job for $11 an hour. Who lives on that 40 hours a week? That's rough. I couldn't even get my own place. It's really rough. And they decided to keep me at that. And you know what? I decided to leave. So establish those boundaries. You're not going to keep good workers if you're not going to give them proper pay and benefits. And if you're going to add on responsibility to them, then they deserve to have a pay raise or a promotion or all of it. All of the above would be great. They will stick around if you treat them well. So keep that in mind. Establish boundaries. I don't know, you might want to wear a brown color. If you like that. I don't know many people who like brown. If it's brown, flush it down. Sorry, that was like some toilet humor. I like to joke around sometimes. All the time. I'm a clown. So, that being said, I love how this little sprout's coming out. This is like a new beginning. It shows a picture of a new beginning. Someone starting off new. So those of you moving on to new jobs, good luck. Good luck. I hope it works out for you. And for those of you that may be starting a new business with that sprout, absolutely. Absolutely. Good luck to you on that. Happy to network. You can put your business in the comments if you want. I know it doesn't help if you're local. I'm in Oklahoma. But, if people see it and they're from the same place, who knows? You never know. So network away. I'm happy to do that. All right, guys. Until the next one. Bye-bye.